Alright guys, we are starting the morning out doing Paris tourist stuff. This is Alex. Thank you for checking in. It's a little of a diversion to the coaster mega trip, but it's fun to do some tourist stuff too, obviously. So here we are at the Louvre, and there she is. So we gotta wait a few minutes to check her out and get a picture, and there we go. Alright, so they do not let you stay very long there. I think I was near it for about a minute. And, that's all you really need. There are way better and more... I wonder if YouTube is going to, censor me and give me issues with this. Probably. Or maybe art is... not excluded from that. We'll have to figure that out in a few months when I actually edit this and upload it. But it was neat to see. It's not the most amazing painting. It's very small. I think most people know that by now. But I'm not really an art person. I can appreciate it, but I don't really care about it. Seeing it in person. The nice thing about this, actually, to be honest with you, is you'll never realize that you could see images of these on wonderfully scanned and high resolution, but you'll never understand the scale of some of these ones. That's what's very impressive about some of these. So, but to critique art, I am not the type of person who could begin to do that. I don't know what's good, I don't know what's bad, but if it's in the Louvre, it's probably good. So you can probably, bet on that. So I'm more interested in sculptures, and they have a lot of that, so that's what I'll probably be showing. I'm not going to show much, because this is obviously not an art YouTube channel. It's a roller coaster and theme parks and attractions channel, but this is an attraction in a way, but it's definitely not what we do here. So lots of nude women. My goodness, there are a lot of nude women. See, this is more my style. I really enjoy this kind of art. Stuff that's, I don't know, I'm just not, paintings just don't do anything for me. Something that's sculpted like this. Look at the detail on this shield. It's just absolutely amazing. And on this breastplate, oh my god. And to think that this was created, 500 years ago, with such primitive tools. I mean, seriously, this is ridiculous. Can you imagine the visibility out of that? There's just, none. To tell you that this place is big is understatement. It's almost impossible to give the scale of this place. This seems to go on forever, and this is probably 1/100th of the museum. I was told it was big. I didn't realize how big. This is a completely different courtyard from the one that you enter into, where the pyramid is. The pyramid is that way. So, and artifacts are amazing, but the actual museum itself is amazing too, with some of the permanent paintings and carvings that are into the ceilings and all the moldings. It's quite phenomenal. Again, this really isn't my thing, but I know when to appreciate something and respect something. And this is definitely one of them. That is one giant vase. Oh my. And more nude things. So, I gotta stress to you, if you do visit the Louvre and you want to see the Mona Lisa, seriously, get here early. Or I keep getting lost because of closed exhibits, and I couldn't figure out how to get here without going back to the central hub, as you would call it, where you enter in. So I had to enter in back in because I skipped this going to the Mona Lisa, and I couldn't figure out how to get back here, other than just going back around and I mean, the line is all the way down to it's a ridiculous line already. I imagine it's like 10:30. Oh, 10:39. I've actually made it an hour and 40 minutes. Yeah, I'm almost done. I really like this place is amazing. It's just not for me, and I'm somewhat forcing myself to stay. But I do like what I see. It's just not my thing. But by 10:40, it seems like that line. If you just get in here, I doubt you'll see her Mona Lisa before noon. I really would. So I can't stress to you how important it is to get here early. I was lined up outside at 8, and I was one of the first persons. You don't need to get here ridiculously early. At least, I mean, I don't know. Today's a Monday. So this part of the museum is very interesting. I love all these sculptures. They're just gigantic. Look at that thing. Can you imagine? I see these, and it's not only the quality of it. It just think about how long it took people to do this. And there's no eraser. You screw up, and well, you got to figure out some creative way to fix your mistake, or start over, I suppose. But yeah, these are absolutely fantastic. And I suppose this was outside at some point, which is really neat. Petite Galerie. I'm assuming that means little tiny statues. I think I enjoy the big ones more. They're quite... Look at this thing. This is incredible. There's a chair button. So, I don't know. That's about going to do it from the Louvre for this video, at least. Next up, going to go walk over to the Notre-Dame to see what I can see. Obviously, there is a huge fire back in the spring, and it's going to be a very long time before that thing is rebuilt. But I don't think people realize that a very small majority of the actual structure burnt down. It was just the roof, which was, huge, but there's still a lot to still see. That's for sure. So we're going to do that next. Try to get some cool food. See the Arc de Triomphe. And then we're going to do my fun stuff. Go over to the park. That's over near the park or the gardens. I don't even know. Jardin Acclations. And then we have a fair, which I'm not entirely sure what time it starts. It's either 6 or 3. I'm hoping 3. I kind of want to go back to Disney tonight. So, as you have already seen probably, my filming of the fireworks was in time-lapse mode, and I kind of want to go back. I don't know, the more I think about it, the more I actually did enjoy the show, and I would love to get a unobstructed view. It's quite amazing. So we are done with the Louvre. Stayed for about 2 hours and 45 minutes. I think I saw enough. Obviously, I didn't see everything. I don't even know how to get to these offline sections. I think a lot of stuff was blocked off. Weekdays, apparently, they closed sections. They're saying for rehab or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Nor do I care. I saw everything I needed to see. We saw the Mona Lisa. That was priority number one. And everything is good. So we're going to go look at Notre-Dame and take a walk there. It's not that far. You could hop on a subway, but it wouldn't save you much time. And I'm okay with walking. It's about a 30-minute walk. That's nothing. So, and it's nice to walk along the river in Paris down to Notre-Dame. But then I will be taking the train back to the Arc de Triomphe, and then so forth to Jardin des Cachons for the rest of our day. So, and if I get done early, always the possibility of going to Disney tonight. We'll see. Probably will end up at Disney tonight. That always seems to happen. So, as much as I might have put it down, I do enjoy the park, and I do want more time there. It's just frustrating that people think that Disney, especially Disneyland Paris, amongst all the other parks in Europe, is the golden standard, the best park, the most amazing thing ever. But it's not true. And hopefully I'm doing my little part to educate people that. So there you go. There's my life duties. So as I was saying, here is the Louvre. We were just over there. And there's Notre-Dame in the distance. Here it is. So all of that newer wood that you can see is all just temporary to reinforce the structure as it's weakened. It's designed to hold a certain amount of load, and it's not actually holding that load, so things aren't actually pushing out on those flying buttresses. So to help support them when they're not in compression as much as they normally would be with the roof on top, they construct those wooden timbers. So I'm not sure what the stuff on the top is. It might be more of the same. But I'm surprised the scaffolding is still there. I thought that would have been taken down, but perhaps it will be needed again. But you can see the charred portions very easily. Yeah, here you can see the portions that were definitely over fire. So very cool. Sad, but neat to see it like this at the same way. So if you don't know, normally there'd be a roof all the way up to the top of my finger, basically. So that's about there. So that's what's missing. It's still beautiful without it, though. It really is. So yeah, we're gonna walk around a little bit more and then head to the Arc de Triomphe. The other side, we can get really, really close. I also got this sandwich. Yeah, there we go. So. Alright, two famous Paris monuments in one shot, as this bus blocks my view. There it is. I am not going up it. I don't care. The view, I don't... well, the view of Eiffel Tower would be pretty cool. Nah, I don't care. I don't feel like waiting in line or paying for it, so... Also, I don't know really how to get over... Alright, those statues... those statues that are in the building are actually quite amazing. That is quite impressive. I gotta say, Eiffel Tower... It's not very impressive during the day. It's kind of ugly during the day. At night, it's absolutely gorgeous. During the day, it just looks like any other radio tower or something. I don't know. It's not amazing. So, I'd like to get a better view of the tower, but I don't know if that's going to happen. So, alright. At the very least, we're going to go over there and stand underneath it. There's a lot going on in that, isn't there? Really creative how they light it up. Look at that. That's a creative way to do it. There's a little camera right there, and people can look down at you. They're up there in the, as you said, there's a little camera, and people are looking down at me right now. Hello, people. It's definitely pretty. That's something you gotta do. Alright, well... that is about going to actually wrap it up for this culture section. You know, I love that I've seen all this stuff and I'm getting to see it in person, but I'm fine with the amount of time I took. I wish I'd done a little bit more in Europe. The one thing I wish I'd done is I wish I'd done some castles in Germany, because those things are ridiculous. But I didn't, so next time. And more time in the Alps would have been great. Switzerland was beautiful. The few hours we had in Switzerland were definitely not enough. Now let's look at this. Down in the modern part of the city, it's like a modern Arc de Triomphe building right there. It's so cool. I love it. Alright guys, it's like 8 hours later. And fortunately we already have that credit because that thing is closed. So, or almost closed. This fair is so dead. It's a little over an hour before closing, and man, is it dead. Yeah, we've done a lot of fairs since then, and this seems tame in comparison to everything else we've done since then. So, we're gonna hit that roller coaster. We can figure out how to get the hell over there. And then, after that, we are leaving. I am not staying very long. I would love to get not the last train back, but the second to last train out, because I'm tired. This is the deadest of the European fair. To be fair, it is a Monday, so you wouldn't really expect it to be that busy, but I don't expect it to be this dead. So, pretty standard stuff here. Nothing too crazy so far. I think they have the swinging ship with the cages, and yeah, they do. I'm gonna do that. I didn't ride it when I first saw it at our first fair because I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. But I'll ride it at some other fair. Yeah, I never saw another one, so I want to take the opportunity to do that one. So we're gonna do that.
So editing note from 2 years later. I didn't ride that swinging ship, and I really hate that I didn't, and I should have. It was really dumb. A lot of the mistakes I made in Europe, it seemed to be I was really tired and I wasn't thinking clearly, and in the moment it was probably the right decision to make, but looking back on it, I was like, oh, what was I doing? All right, back to the video.
So final credit of the trip. Yeah, it's been a long 29 days. We've been through so many countries, through so much stuff, and not exactly what I was expecting to end it on. I was expecting to end it on what we did this afternoon, but that's fine. All right, taxi driver. Last credit. Looks like a galaxy of some sort. God, oh, looks like a genuine Ferrari. Look at this. And it sounds like one too. Alright guys, last credit of the trip. and it was quite a memorable one. The guy knew no English whatsoever, pretty much, I was thinking of saying I needed more than one person to ride the coaster, and I was very, very, very confused. But no, that was coaster number 233 in the last 29 days. I don't think I'll ever do anything this crazy ever again in my entire life. It has been an amazing trek. We will wrap it up completely tomorrow at Disneyland. But yeah, that was interesting. The lap bar wouldn't lock, so he just basically just said, hold on. So not that there was any airtime or anything, because it's pretty standard for Safari. But it was a fun ride. It was a fun end to the trip. I'm getting out of here. There's like nothing going on at this fair. Everyone looks miserable. Everyone's probably pissed off that they're not making any money. And I just want to get home. So that was a very, very long trip down the subway for a 3-minute ride. Yay, credits. I have problems. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching from the final fair, from the final credits, from the final thing. Not the final day, though. We have 2 more days, a full day and then a little partial day. And then we are out of Paris, we are out of France, and we are back in the United States to Orlando for a few days before I finally head home, and I cannot wait to be home. All right, thank you so much for watching. Please hit that like button, that is Hulk, and hit that subscribe button. Check out all those vlogs from this trip in the playlist. Thank you so much. See ya. Bye-bye.